life. Help me.
It's the same dream, night after night. I'm searching for Rita in the dark world, but something unspeakable starts chasing me. I never make it back through the portal in time. It's been more than a year since I foiled the ancients' plans to grow an alien embryo in my brain, and still the dark world haunts me. Rita's murder is just the latest reminder that no place is safe from the darkness. Not even my hometown. The door's open.
Your mother let me in, Dawson. I had some more questions to ask you about the murder.
Am I a suspect, Sheriff?
We'd have to look at everybody, Dawson. Especially everyone who was close to Rita.
Rita and I weren't that close, Sheriff.
Now, we all know you and Rita were an item back in high school.
That was 15 years ago. I moved away and only came back recently.
Yes, we checked. You headed up an advertising agency in Frisco, but you've been living with Mother for the past year.
We only saw each other a few times.
I see. Were you having a relationship?
I asked her out a few times, but she was always too busy with the library and stuff.
What sort of stuff?
She always had, I don't know, stuff to do.
That's not an answer.
She had some kind of reading group she always went to.
And did you ever attend one of these reading group meetings?
No, I don't like being around other people these days.
So you were always trying to get alone with her.
Well, I sort of wanted to have a relationship, but Rita didn't.
And that's why you killed her.
Sheriff, I didn't do anything. I just can't remember what happened that night.
Not a very good alibi, is it?
Look, Sheriff, I cared about Rita. I want to find out who killed her as much as you do.
Just how much did you care for Rita?
We weren't intimate, if that's what you're getting at.
I see.
Look, Sheriff, I'm going to be late for my doctor appointment.
I know all about your sessions with Dr. Sims, but the mayor wants you to make time to meet with the feds later.
Feds? You mean the FBI?
That's right. I don't much like the idea of them trampling over my turf, but the mayor wants me to bring him in.
What's Mayor Fleming's interest in Rita's murder?
He wants this case solved quickly with the election coming up and all. Seems he has some friends at the Bureau, and believe me, they won't go easy on you.
I wish I had something to tell you, Sheriff. I really do.
Well, if you remember anything, see me down at the station. But your memory had better return by today, or things won't look good for you.
This closet has been locked ever since I can remember. The key was lost a long time ago. The stereo stopped working when I was a senior. I never bothered to get it fixed. It smells good in here. Mom must be cooking something special. I don't feel like doing any errands now. Maybe later. This picture has been on the refrigerator for years. I'm not about to take it down now. Here's the list of things Mom wants me to pick up at the store. Mom always loved this drawing I made as a kid. Too bad she doesn't care as much about my writing. Morning, Mom.
So it takes the sheriff to wake you up, Mike?
I don't feel like talking about the sheriff, Mom.
Fine. You never feel like talking.
I'm going out, Mom. See you later.
That's right. Run off again while I'm talking to you. You're worse now than when you were a teenager.
I'm starting to get a headache.
Well, that's what your medicine is for. You know where to find it.
By the way, Mom, thanks for taking care of me this past year.
I love you, Mike. I just want you to get well again.
When I was a kid, my family used to gather here to watch television.
On giving hot lunches to the school children. In other parts of the country, law enforcement officials are still bewildered about the murder of local librarian Rita Scanlon last week after the high school reunion. When asked about potential suspects, Sheriff Willard Butler replied,
Michael, you and your kind are in grave danger once again. The ancients have returned. I am sending something to assist you. You must act quickly.
warned that this is the second local death this year and residents should always be alert. On the national news scene,
Who's standing at the front door? It's a ticket for a traveling carnival over in the park. Hey, that's Jack. He likes to think he's tough with that motorcycle and all, but he's about the only new friend I've made since I returned home.
Well, are you just gonna stand there gaping at me, Mikey boy, or are you gonna take a load off your feet?
What brings you here, Jack?
My motorcycle, dumbcoff. You need to have your ears checked. Actually, I stopped by because I saw the sheriff's patrol car drive off. I was worried about my favorite recovering mental case.
Don't joke about my nervous breakdown, Jack. I thought you were my friend.
Relax, Michael, boy, relax. Geez, you must be under a lot of stress. They say your sense of humor is the first thing to go.
The sheriff thinks I murdered Rita.
Yeah, I know. I overheard Deputy Brown talking in the diner. You're the #1 suspect.
You overheard the deputy? That's great. Everyone must know by now.
It's a small town, people talk. But that could work to our advantage. I have a plan.
What should I do?
Not to worry, Mikey boy. I've been giving your situation some thought, and I think there are some things Sheriff Butler overlooked.
I'm too hungry to think right now, Jack. How about joining me at the diner?
I don't think I'm very welcome there. Not after that stunt I pulled with the jukebox. Let's meet here after you've done stuffing your face.
You know, Jack, I still can't remember what happened that night.
Nothing happened. You know that, and I know that.
It's hopeless. I feel like the biggest patsy since Oswald.
Don't worry, we'll get you out of this mess. Then we can party.
I've got an appointment with Dr. Sims soon. Let's get together afterwards.
You're seeing that, Quack? Don't waste your time with that head shrinker. Listen to your old pal Jack instead. Okay, we'll meet here after you're done with Dr. Sigmund Freud.
Thanks, Jack. Thanks for believing me.
Now, don't get all mushy on me. I'll meet you right here after your doctor's appointment. Until then, hang loose.
Even though I grew up in this town, I still find that a map helps me get to places quickly. I've been finding reasons to avoid going to Dr. Sims' office during the past week. Rita used to live just around the corner. It's locked. This sign says that the hardware store will be closed for the next 2 weeks. The carnival has been set up here in the park for more than a week now. I wonder when it's going to finally open. Oh my God! This is where Rita was murdered. courthouse and morgue all being next door to each other. First they tie 'em, then they try 'em, then they fry 'em. Hank's diner in the pool hall next door played a large part in my teenage years. I took Rita to the diner on our first date when we were both juniors in high school. Hank's diner isn't the swinging place it used to be, but Hank still does enough business to keep the place going. How's it going, Hank?
My back's been acting up. But otherwise, not too bad. How are you, Mike?
Still bummed out about what happened last week.
Rita was a real pretty girl. I remember you two sipping your sodas, holding hands under the table when you were kids.
Who do you think murdered Rita?
Oh, I can't imagine it was anyone from around here. But he's one sick dude, whoever he is.
Sick? Murder isn't a disease. It's evil.
Relax, Mike. It's just a figure of speech. I don't think anyone's going to show the killer any compassion when they catch up with him.
Have you heard any more about the investigation?
Deputy Brown stopped by to get some coffee and donuts on his way to Rita's place. He was saying that the FBI might be called in. Doc Larson was telling us some pretty grisly stuff.
I heard about the FBI from the sheriff.
Say, Mike, weren't you with Rita the night she was killed?
It was my date to the high school reunion.
Well, what happened? She got killed in the park near the Ramirez mansion. Didn't you walk her home?
I can't remember about that night, Hank. It's these headaches.
Mike, you and I go way back. As a friend, I'm telling you that you better start remembering quick. Deputy Brown was saying that the sheriff doesn't want to waste any time on this case.
I'm seeing Dr. Sims in a short while. Maybe he can jog my memory.
Don't waste your money on head shrinkers, Mike. Whenever I forget something, I just retrace my steps.
What did Doc Larson have to say?
He wouldn't go into any details because he wants to keep certain things from the public. I haven't seen Doc Larson so excited since that other murder.
What other murder?
Old man Ramirez died in a fire a few weeks back and left his wife a very rich widow. Funny how Rita died so close to his house.
Rita was murdered in a public park. How could they keep any details secret?
Dr. Larson had her body moved to the morgue before dawn. Deputy Brown said the sheriff wasn't too happy about that. Didn't give him much of a chance to examine the crime scene first.
I've lost my appetite.
You don't look well, Mike. Why don't you go out for a walk? Nice day for it.
I think I'll just do that, Hank. See you later.
Take care, Mike.
is worth spending a quarter on. I don't seem to be as interested in music as I once was. Say, Hank, do you think you can get me a cherry ice cream soda?
Sorry, Mike. Having a problem with the soda dispenser. Darn thing won't turn off once you turn it on.
There's Jimmy Gardner and Melissa Fleming. Jimmy's the type of loser I'd expect to see in a place like this. But it's surprising to find the mayor's wife here. I was never much of a pool player. I just liked the atmosphere of this place. With the smoke and low lights, it gave me a feeling of solitude that was hard to find somewhere else. What's up, Gardner?
What do you want, doofus?
How about a game of pool?
The crap, Dawson. We might have been friends once, but that was a long time ago.
We were friends in high school. Why are you so angry with me now?
Let's just say that you and I don't share the same interests anymore.
What happened to you? You were a straight-A student until you dropped out.
I guess I'm just the town's bad seed. You went off to college and joined the establishment. I stayed here and became a statistic.
You're a real tough guy now, aren't you, Jimmy?
You got that right, chump. I'm the local wise guy, so stay out of my way.
I hear that your interests these days aren't exactly on the up and up.
So what? There's a lot going on in this town that ain't exactly on the up and up.
Tell me, Jimmy, how come the sheriff leaves you alone?
That's easy in this town. That flatfoot doesn't know his butt from an armadillo. But I got the goods on him. He doesn't bother me.
Was the sheriff involved in some sort of scandal?
Forget it, Dawson. If I tell you, you'll spread it all over town. Then what good would it do me?
Maybe I should go.
Yeah, get out before I throw you out.
Hi, Melissa. Have you got time to talk?
Well. Look what the cat dragged in.
So what are you doing here in the pool hall? Seeing Jimmy?
What are you insinuating? I'm a married woman, I'll have you know. I just came in here for a smoke.
Well, you did used to date Jimmy back when you were a cheerleader.
That was a long time ago. We're not the same people we were in high school, you know.
I heard that you married Mayor Fleming. He used to be my dad's partner, you know.
Oh, please don't give me that he's old enough to be my father routine. I've heard it all.
Poor Rita. It's a shame what happened to her.
Poor Rita? That little tramp had it coming to her.
How can you say such things about Rita?
Forget it, Dawson. Forget I even said it. Now buzz off.
The mayor campaigned on how he was going to rid our streets of the homeless, but I guess they just got driven into sheds like this. Another evil that's been hidden but still exists. I found an old coat hanger. This might be useful. I once read a story about how a thief used a wire to open a lock.